Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. My name is MIK with Gamey Daddy, and I'm here with a Division 2 video. So, what I wanted to talk about today was the Division 2 trailer, and not necessarily the trailer, but the reactions that I've seen toward the trailer. Now, I told you guys that if I don't hear any news from Massive or from Ubisoft, I'm not going to make any videos for the Division, and I've so far tried my best to stick to that. But earlier this week, I saw that they had released the PC requirements for the game and also a story trailer. So today's video is going to be about the story trailer. I'm going to try my best to do a video about the PC requirements, but if you've been following this channel, you'll remember that a few months ago I made a two-part series on building a computer for the Division 2, and my analysis was correct. My old computer builds that I put out there will be able to play the Division 2, contrary to what a lot of people were commenting on that video, because it made sense that Massive will make a game and optimize the game to be able to play on older hardware devices and not force people to go upgrade their systems. But we'll look into that later. But let's look at something that's actually really core to the heart of the community, because people are going to be playing on whatever platform they want to, and so that's not necessarily top priority right now. Top priority is the remarks and the way a lot of people have actually responded to the comments in the comment section of the Division trailer. So I was watching the trailer, and it was quite interesting to see that a lot of people are using the word disappointment, disappointed, disappointment, underwhelming, those kinds of, terms to place a Division 2's trailer right now. And so my goal in this video is to kind of say something along the lines of curb your enthusiasm. I'm not saying the Division 2 is not going to be a good game. In fact, I know for sure that it's going to be a good game. I've made a video to that effect, and even though I'm still one of those people that said I'm not pre-ordering the game, I don't care for early beta access. I mean, I don't like Ubisoft's practice, and I have a lot on my plate anyway, so I'm just going to wait till the game is released, and I'm probably going to be playing it then. If by any chance I get an early beta code, I'll put out the information for, the viewers here, but I'm protesting, so I apologize way ahead of time that I probably won't be able to have early footage for those in this community until the game comes out. So I'm sorry, just let me have my way. But with the disappointment talk and the talk of underwhelming and being disappointed that I'm seeing from the members of the community, I can't help but say that we are starting to act like we're new to the gaming industry. Now, the Division is not a game that's new to us. I mean, if you look at the comment section, it's filled with regular Division, veterans, people that play the game a lot. If you're into, the Division community, or you're a content creator, or you're just a member of the audience, the tags of most of the people that comment on the videos of the Division and the Division content. I mean, you just know most of the YouTube usernames or the gamer tags, whatever it is, because, you've been in the community for over 2 years. You start recognizing names. And so I'm a little surprised that I'm seeing some of these comments from our veterans saying that, the trailer was not up to par or whatever. But the truth is, we already know what to expect in a sense. I'm not saying we know everything to expect, but we know that we're getting a Division game. We're getting an RPG shooter of this nature, and we've seen a lot of gameplay from E3. Now, many people didn't get into the alpha. That was exclusive to some content creators and some people in the community. But don't down yourself. Don't be in a down state saying, man, I wanted a trailer that was going to wow me. To be honest, the game has had all its hype built in that June, and then from June all the way down here to waiting through March 2019, I just feel like the developers did not necessarily calculate their timeline very well. Now, I believe that they're in crunch mode. I think they're pumping out and punching out code for this game because the game seems like it's coming along fine, but to be very honest, I think they're going to be bringing out this game down to the wire. I'm not of any mind that this game is in any way prepared. I mean, we're in January. It's not to say that they cannot finish the game early. It's just to say I don't think this game is completed. That does not mean it's going to in any way make the Division not be a good game coming out of the works. I'm just saying with the way we've known Massive, I don't know what to expect, and I'm just, setting my expectations low. So what I would say is this, and what I would advise our community of gamers is this: keep your expectations to a minimum. That's just the way it is. If you overhype yourself, you're bound to be disappointed. It's just the way it is. And again, what you're doing is you're giving license, and it's your opinion. I'm not saying don't share your opinion. By no means am I saying that. You guys know me. I'm all for, open conversation. I'm just saying that, you know, once your expectations are low, then it's very hard to be disappointed. You see, the disappointment, I think, that a lot of people are expressing is from hype. They've been hyped up, they've raised their expectations for this game, and now they're seeing a trailer that looks like, what is so special about this trailer? It's a story trailer. You see, many Division agents are not looking for a story trailer. We already got told that in E3. We already got told what the story trailer was, you know, in many, many conferences. Most of what we were looking for, or what many people were probably looking for, was to see some kind of gameplay, you know, adaptation of the game right now. Right now, we don't really need a story trailer. We already know what the story kind of is, starting from Division 1. So for another, you know, trailer to come out as a story trailer, it just doesn't make any sense. Hence, disappointment is bound to be the response for a wide variety of people. And so if you look at it from that perspective, that we've gotten, you know, kind of a little update that doesn't really resound with the Division community, well, this is the reaction you're going to get. Now, a story trailer like this may resound positively with people who were somewhat newer to the Division 1 game, like people who played in the last 6 months and the last year. And so something like that may appeal to, you know, a select portion of that audience. But for those of us who literally started this game maybe day one, I didn't play the Division day one. I played the beta, but then I moved on to play, I think, 2 weeks after it was released. So you can call me maybe a day 14 player of the Division or whatever. But for those of us who started out the game, a story trailer is not what we're necessarily looking for. I mean, we got all that hype in E3, so I can understand definitely where some of that disappointment is coming from. Now, maybe some other disappointment may be coming from just the look of the game. To be very honest, the way the Division 1 looked with the way the Snow engine rendered a winter environment versus the way the Snow engine is rendering a summer environment is not necessarily catchy. It's very hard to go from beautiful, pretty snow to going to this. So I think there's a psychological part of the aesthetics that may be making this, you know, making people feel this way and assume this way. But there's no need. We already know it's an RPG shooter. It's got the weapon classes, the diversity of weapon classes, diversity of skills, diversity of missions, diversity of enemies and NPCs. Knowing this, we should have some kind of confidence that we know what we're getting, in a sense. We know what's coming in the package. The only thing is, now, what is the quality of what's coming in the package? Are we going to get a solid, smooth gaming experience? That's question mark. We don't know. Are we going to get a solid, smooth, balanced PvP experience? Question mark. We don't know. So those are the things I feel like we need to be concerned about, rather than being disappointed at a story trailer that's probably just not timely. I mean, I think Massive just needs to learn how to do good PR, in a sense, because they abandoned everybody in December. They said they were going to release PvP stuff in December, and they didn't even give a single snippet. They didn't even give a tease. You know, they should have done something like just the way many gaming companies do, where they will give teases and they'll drop little leads here and there. Massive should have employed something of that nature, but they didn't even do it. So we see a lack of, you know, PR. They're not taking advantage of the potential of public relations like they did in the Division 1 and during the patches and during the life cycle of the first game. So they haven't really served themselves well. So this is a response they're going to get. People like us who are grounded in the Division, and we already know we're going to be playing the game, God willing. So we don't really care about how people feel or whatever. But I wanted to put my perspective and say, hey, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a measured response to exactly what it is we're seeing. We're seeing a story trailer when we're ripened and ready for gameplay. So yes, that is disappointing if you look at it that way. Anyways, that's the rant that I wanted to give. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys have still held your subscriptions. That's crazy. Like, you guys are still stuck with this channel because you guys are pretty much the #1 audience on YouTube, because you're patient with me and you guys are very understanding, and many of you live life just the way I do, and you still understand that doing this is a passion and a fun, joyful thing for me to do, to serve you guys in the Division community. So I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you very, very much. This is pretty much my outro. I don't know how to do outros anymore. It's been a while. But again, I would see you guys soon when we start discussing some of the stuff about the graphics and some of the stuff about PC requirements. Some technicalities there, so I have to do my homework a little bit. But either way, I just want to say thank you for listening. Thank you for your audience. I'm going to get out because this is getting dragged out. And peace.